Here's your diaper. Good luck. Party rockin', as some would say.
I made a horrible nightmare.
But a fascinating question nonetheless.
You guys want to watch Limitless sometime?
You guys want to do this?
I haven't answered. It's so good and dumb.
Time to get math blasted.
Zoom is not a gentle lover, and you know that.
I also was trying to think of a boat horn joke.
What if Zoom just wants to give you soft kisses?
My note of Weezer song name puns.
I'm good for this slop.
I popped in. It's such a weird time.
I feel like we've done that already.
The time wasn't is, it was when.
Let's do this. All right, here we go.
Hello and welcome to Debate This, the show where no one is right, but someone is definitely wrong. In this show, we take time out of our busy adult lives to talk about comic books, video games, and how the first Star Wars movie to hit theaters in over half a decade came out last week, and it seems like we all just kind of shrugged and moved on with our lives.
Did you guys see it? Did any of us see it?
No.
Well, Andrew can't because he hasn't seen the source material
I
beforehand.
did. I have
he
seen
watched
season 1 of The Mandalorian.
Okay, well, there's more than one season, Andrew.
No, but everybody on the internet has told me you've only watched season 1, so that's the only one that matters.
I have not seen it. I'll watch it on a night when I'm bored and it hits Disney Plus. But
Yeah, I'm not paying money to see that.
man,
Yeah.
I have been away about the Mandalorian and Grogu, and we don't have time for me to get into that today because we have an episode to do.
Yeah.
It feels like something we'll talk about in the post show because I have, as the person who I think maybe I'm the only person that's watched all of The Mandalorian here.
Yeah, absolutely. I
yeah.
sure haven't.
Great.
No.
Perfect.
Have you also watched Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi,
Of course
and
I watched the
Ahsoka?
Book of Boba Fett, Kyle.
Good lord, man.
He lived the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I post-show. It's a post-show conversation. Suffice it to say, I'm the one that's most likely to have seen this movie. I have not seen this movie.
The closest I want to get to it is Andrew's "grow going to the movie theaters" joke from last episode.
It's a good joke. It's a good bit.
Good joke.
So, listeners, when this episode hits your feed, it'll be June, which officially means we're in the month of the start of summer for those of us here in North America. Summer can mean a lot of things depending on your life. Sometimes that's traveling. Sometimes that's, just some time off. And, hopefully you at home are going to find some time to relax, recover, and just find some downtime in the coming weeks. Now, if you'd remember, a few years back in episode 148 titled All Summer No Bummer, I threw a backyard barbecue. It was
Pretty good.
Kyle brought Lex Luthor, who brought 40 cakes, which
brought
is
40
his
cakes.
Oh
friends.
man, that's the 40 cakes episode.
40 cakes
The
episode.
first one.
So you'll remember I threw a backyard barbecue and asked my friends to bring their favorite villain to be the life of the party. Now, add that fun summer fact that without my consent, my social media feed recently informed me that the new Marvel Swimsuit issue is also coming out soon. And honestly, it just becomes clear that superpowered folks are also looking to take some time to relax and enjoy summer in their own super ways. The soups are out partying, and guys, we got to get ourselves to one of these super parties before this summer is over.
I'm going to keep that
Let's do
Marvel
it.
swimsuit issue link nice and blue there.
Yeah,
Gonna-
that doesn't need to be clicked.
Gonna leave that one unclicked.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about the chicken egg relationship between Marvel rival skins and the Marvel swimsuit issue. I do not want to think about those.
That
two
is
things.
a concentric circle.
Yeah, that's that.
An Ouroboros eating its own tail.
Ouroboros.
Both men who wrote those did so without pants on.
Anyway, that's why I brought in the best of the best in Matt, Colonel Ward Cole, Andrew Rada the Hutt Henderson, and Kyle Hugo Durant Harper, because they're going to help me decide which super team's party is the summer party to go to this year.
If you're telling me these are characters in Mandalorian and Grogu, I'm logging off this call.
I think
At least one of them is.
they're all
Well, this
they're all
episode is
Jeremy
3
Allen
minutes
White.
long.
They're all Jeremy Allen White characters.
No. You did get the joke though. So Colonel Ward is played by Sigourney Weaver. That's right. Sigourney Weaver has title credits in this. You were right. Rada the Hutt is voiced by Jeremy Allen White, which I saw a rip online of like a clip of him, and he talks like just a normal ass man, but in Jabba the Hutt skin. And I'm sure there's going to be some logical reason of like, oh, well, he wasn't raised in the Hutt world.
It has to be the most like Jeremy Allen White is hot right now. We have a Star Wars movie coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What roles don't we have filled yet? Oh, and he has to voice act because he's not coming in for a day of shooting.
We're not going to put him in the outfit.
I'm pretty surprised they just made him look like Jeremy Allen White. It's so weird.
Well, I think it's worth saying as well that Hugo Durant is voiced by Martin Scorsese. So
Shut up.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know what that character is, but that's what IMDb
Just
tells me.
shut up, Star Wars. What are we doing?
Could you imagine? I want to change this prop. Whatever we're doing today, I want to change it to imagine a Martin Scorsese directed Star Wars movie. That's what we're doing instead.
Well, he's got voice acting credits, so like much like him and Jeremy Allen White, I'm sure it was like, hey, we need you in the studio for 3-4 days tops.
He had such a great time shooting a shark tale that he wanted to get back in the recording booth again.
All right, well, we're not talking about Mandalorian anymore till post show.
Have you guys seen Jeremy Coolhane's Tucker Carlson on SNL?
Absolutely,
yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
What are we?
That's
doing?
what like. What are we doing? What are we? That's
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
The goal.
That's the goal now. Yeah. That's anyway.
So, guys, what super teams party are we invited to? Tell us about the team, who's on it, who's hosting the party, and where is this party taking place? Go ahead and get us kicked off here, Matt.
Yeah, Todd, I would like to describe an experience to you that I am almost certain we have all had. Have you ever experienced being invited to a party, an event by someone, and your immediate thought is, you know what, I'm really honored that you asked me, but I'm a little too scared to party with you. I don't think I could hang at your kind of party. You know that experience? You've had that
this coming
experience.
from a man who worked too many years at a radio station. Yes.
Yes, this coming from a man who did warm shots of Jaeger in a life-sized boombox not 2 weeks ago with someone I haven't seen in 5 years. Yeah. So
I'm gonna say to you, Matt, that I feel like all of us at some point in time in the 4 years of college ended up at a party.
Yeah,
and said,
1000%.
we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly. You're so right. So when a handful of very strong, very intimidating, very attractive women walk up to you and say, hey, you want to come to a party? You're going to cross your knees and say yes. And that is the party we're throwing this summer with the Birds of Prey. The Birds of Prey from DC, a superhero team, kind of. It's really just like two people and their friends. Those two people being Barbara Gordon, the Oracle or Batgirl, and Dinah Lance, Black Canary, former sometimes girlfriend of Green Arrow. Yes.
Question.
Todd.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Does this Birds of Prey also include the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
Yeah, we need to clarify, is this WB canon or is this HBO canon?
No, this is actually...
I don't think it's neither. I hope it's neither.
legitimately, it's mostly comic canon.
Okay.
And the WB canon is closer to comic canon. So
Sick.
it's more
I
that.
believe that.
Harley Quinn, even in hit movie The Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn, isn't actually a part of the Birds of Prey. She like departs at the end of the movie.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's how she is in the comics too. She's mostly a member of the Suicide Squad. No, this grouping of the Birds of Prey is Oracle and Black Canary, along with Huntress, Helena Bertinelli, who is played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead in the movie with the long title, as well as Katana Tatsu Yamashiro, who is in the bad Suicide Squad movie. She's one of the coolest parts of it, but they're also in comic books and they're a group. And I'm telling you, man, if these four walked up to you at any given moment of any given day and said, you want to come back to our place and party? You're going to say yes. You're going to cry the whole way there, but you're going to say yes.
Matt, I'm scared and I want to go home, but I also don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I want to add on to that. I'm scared I want to go home, but I'm not brave enough to leave. That's the difference there.
Yeah.
Yep, you get it. That's this summer with the Birds of Prey.
You like stand up to start to leave, and one of them turns to you and asks, "Where are you going?" Nowhere. You sit back. You sit back.
Why are your legs still crossed? I don't know. Survival mechanism.
I love that. I'm pumped for the scary party, Matt. Thank you for getting the in to go to this. I'm excited to talk more about it. Andrew, what about you? Who's throwing this party? Where are we going? What are we doing?
So I'd like to map on the color wheel the exact opposite of Matt's answer to an incredibly not intimidating, but still very chill group of people known as the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh, wow. We're doing the GLA, huh?
We're doing the GLA, finally.
I know nothing about this team except that it
get
exists.
ready.
Wow. This is nuts.
I have been reading about the 2 wiki pages about the GLA, and we're going to talk about all 17 minutes of lore of the GLA today. So for longtime fans of the show who may not be super familiar with the D tier Marvel superheroes, there is a group of Marvel heroes that call themselves the Great Lakes Avengers, and they first appeared in an offshoot of the West Coast Avengers, which is the offshoot of the Avengers, led by Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye.
The best person to lead an Avengers team.
Exactly.
Yeah, confirmed. Yeah.
Really the Great Lakes of the Avengers.
Yeah.
So this group
Lake
is
Michigan of
the
of
Lake
the
Michigan of the
Avengers.
Avengers. Yes. So this group is led by Craig Hollis, aka Mr. Immortal.
Can you imagine
Immortal,
a superhero named Craig? Just
Craig,
for a minute.
just
Like,
Craig.
Come on.
There's a lot of this. So Mr. Immortal, funny story, was actually in She-Hulk. If you remember, he's the
Yes.
guy, the like middle-aged 50s age era guy who like keeps running out or walking out of like windows because he's been married so many times.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember She-Hulk was a million years ago, but yeah, he plays a bit part in She-Hulk.
It's how they justified the Megan Thee Stallion cameo.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good. You have a better memory than me, especially for She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And that's exactly Mr. Immortal, aka Craig Hollis. His only power is that he can't die. There's also a really dark undercut story to that, which we'll get to later. But we'll just to give you the high level here. So they claim their base in, that's right, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hell yes.
Craig recruits other people with powers, and he finds the following: a man named Matt,
Happy to be here.
aka Flatman, who his entire like persona is imitating Mr. Fantastic at parties.
Great.
It's like what my dad called me when I took a nap as a kid. He's like, "Oh, flat man." over there."
Flatman. Yeah.
Wow. Get a
good.
look at flat man over here. Fucking
good.
roasted by your dad.
Yeah, God is ass.
Constantly, brother.
I think my favorite one of this group, Damar Davis, aka Doorman,
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
also featured in Wonder Man, if you've seen
Yeah,
Wonder Man, which
fun.
I have not, but the internet tells
I
me
do
tells me
need
he's
to
in.
watch one.
He's
I do- I
honestly,
would- I
he's
would like
really
to watch
cool
it.
in
It's worth
Wonder
watching.
Man.
I
Yeah.
do want to watch it.
Canonically, he absorbs Josh Gad.
He kills Josh Gad.
I saw
Doorman
it. I did
canonically.
see that scene. It's really
Sorry,
good.
spoiler for Wonder
Yeah, I
Man.
know. That
a show
scene
that if
is
you
really
haven't
good.
watched by now, you won't.
It certainly came and went. We've got Ashley Crawford, aka Big Bertha, which is both less and more fucked up than you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Jack Kirby character, I think. After he
No, Big
Jump
Bertha
ship.
came
Jump
from
ship.
the 80s. Are you thinking of?
There's another.
No,
Man, we talked about
John
a character.
Byrne. Big Bertha is John Byrne.
Oh, okay.
She is a mutant though.
Oh.
And then we've got the final original member is this is Craig's now canonically deceased girlfriend, Dinah Soar.
Good. I don't need to know anything else.
Matt, no.
No,
What do you
you
guys?
do.
What do you guys think? Don't without googling. What do you
Yeah.
think Dinosaur is, and what do you think her powers are?
Some kind of lycanthrope, but for dinosaurs.
Okay, that's a good guess.
That's a great answer. I was thinking that she was able to like bring bones to life or something, like some sort of weird necromancy.
okay.
I like that.
Okay, interesting. Todd, do you have a guess, or did you?
I'm
do you
on the
already know?
wiki. I can't answer.
Yeah. Sure. So Kyle is closest, but really she's not a lycanthrope. She's just half human, half pterodactyl from the Lost Region, or whatever the X-Men dinosaur
the
world
Savage
is.
Land.
Yeah, the
The
Savage
Savage
Land.
Can we get a picture in the chat, please?
Yeah, you got it.
Incoming.
Yeah, thanks, Todd. Also, she can only communicate by chirping.
Shut up.
Oh no. Yeah,
This is
not what
crazy.
you thought.
Yeah.
This is like the third
Yeah.
version of, or the third level of a Digimon evolution.
Yeah.
How they're
Shit,
always
kinda.
like, it's like
Yep.
cute little guy, fun little soldier,
Yep.
super sexy alien.
And this is Craig Hollis's closest, most intimate relationship.
Oh,
Of course it is.
Yeah.
woman that can't talk.
What is costume
Great.
and what is skin?
So yeah, we're gonna hang with the GLA this year.
I love this. I don't know why this being is in Milwaukee, but I love this.
I mean, it's a major city. It's a major United States city.
Yeah.
I should also note in later canon, after the death of Dinosaur, SOAR, because she can fly.
Dinosaur.
The group would expand to include the ranks of Squirrel Girl. You know, Squirrel
Oh,
Girl
sure.
from Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
yeah.
upgraded their base. Yeah, right. They upgraded their base to move to Detroit. So
Okay.
Cool.
there you go.
I was really hoping for Cleveland, but I feel like Cleveland is the best punchline to that. But
Yeah,
Detroit's
I mean,
good,
I'm sure
too.
there's something, a summer home in Cleveland, something.
Yeah.
Man, the list of members is the island of the misfit toys of
Yep.
Avengers.
Yep.
All right. Well, I like that. We're gonna chill in the Midwest a bit. Kyle, whose super team party are you getting us into? What about them? Who's hosting it? What's going on?
Yeah, Todd. So let me start out by saying there's some essential ingredients that go into a good party, which is why I've picked the team I have today. So first things first, your party's got to be welcoming. It's got to have plenty of space, and no one who you want to have there feels left out. I'll put that modifier because, like, we don't need to include everyone, but everyone that you want to be there should feel welcome, feel like they belong, and have something to do. The next ingredient here is that it should be exciting. You should have stuff to do. Should be plenty of food and drinks, titillating conversation, just a general, like, good vibe. Everyone wants to come to your party. No one feels like they're being dragged there. And then the last thing that, like, takes a good party and makes it great is that extra special sauce on top, that indescribable quality that just puts it over the top. You don't know what it's going to be. You don't even know if it's going to, you can't even really plan for it sometimes, but it's the thing that, like, everything clicks and you go from a good party to a great party. And Todd, that is why I have asked the X-Men to host a house party at Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters in upstate New York, hosted by the X-Men. You know them. It's the beautiful thing about the X-Men is, like, the roster of X-Men or whoever you want them to be at the current moment.
Whoever
Yeah,
needs to be at
absolutely.
the
Yeah,
right time.
But
Yeah.
for the sake of today, like, assume original 5 and more or less like the cast of X-Men 94.
the ones you know, the ones
ones
that
Yeah,
everybody
the
knows.
important ones.
Yeah.
The nice thing is, I mean, if they're not there, then who knows? We might have a clone from a different universe version of
Yeah.
them. If they're dead, it's not really dead.
Yeah.
What was that referencing?
Just
The X-Men
the amount of
lore.
Comics. Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
more
sure.
than one person in the X-Men.
Yeah.
Do we have to pause to talk about at the end of Civil War the story that Captain America didn't get shot with a bullet? He got shot with a time bullet. Is that what we
Yeah,
have to stop
that's-
and talk about?
That's
Oh,
fair.
boy.
That's such a dumb
Yeah, it's so stupid.
thread.
Post-show.
Cool. These are 3 different parties. One where you might get stabbed, one where you might be on a pontoon boat, and one that is a house party. So different different vibes, and I love that. So let's dive in more to this. So, what type of party is this super group, party throwing? What are the vibes? Like, what's this going to look like? Is it a fancy thing? Is it low key? Kind of have an answer of what Matt's is going to be, and it maybe isn't low key. But more importantly, what type of party is it, and what's the reason for this party? We'll go ahead and throw it to Matt.
Well, Todd, I can tell you it's definitely not low key because that's Marvel and we're doing DC.
That's good.
Anyway, this
I
is
think
one of
Loki
those
is in
parties.
the DC universe, but, like,
Well,
different.
Loki is also like
Yeah,
Stop
crazy
it. Let me get my
commons.
answer here. Stop it.
That's good.
Okay. So, it's one of those parties that, like, you're a little bit nervous to go to. And let me tell you why. It goes back to who the birds of prey really are, which is Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, and Black Canary Dinah Lance. Now, Barbara Gordon, this is a little bit of comics lore for you. In The Killing Joke, that comic book that everybody likes to reference, it's the
That's
one
not
DC
canon.
thing that isn't the Blackest Night. Barbara Gordon gets shot and paralyzed by the Joker, so she can't be Batgirl anymore. And after that, she decides to become the Oracle, basically playing the woman in the chair, controlling things through her advanced abilities with computers and also her connections to the Gotham PD and to Batman and to, everybody else from being Batgirl for a while. She's just sidelined from field work. Dinah Lance, on the other hand, when she is connected with Oracle, or when Oracle kind of pulls her into action, is like down on her luck spy who is kind of out of money and is just being sexy and killing people on contract. That's kind of all she's doing. And so Barbara Gordon is like, hey, why don't you come work for me instead? And we'll be this crime fighting duo called the Birds of Prey. And also I'll invite some of my friends. And
so wait, question. So Birds of Prey is never Barbara Gordon as Batgirl in the field, correct?
It's
They
DC, so they get
okay. So
they get
yes,
new
and no.
52'd, and then she goes back to being Batgirl, and then she comes back. Yeah. But originally, it starts with Barbara Gordon as the person in the chair, and because it's Barbara Gordon and she has all these connections, they need a super cool hideout to hang out in, and they hang out in the back attic area of the Gotham town clock. It's like a Big Ben in Gotham. The Gotham City building.
The clock tower from Back to the Future.
I was exactly.
Yes,
It's
exactly the clock tower from Back to the Future. Yeah, you get it. Okay, so that's the kind of place they hang out in all the time. And they're having a party. And it's not in their hangout because they don't want to trash their hangout. But I want you to imagine the kind of warehouses we have access to with the Oracle in the chair for us and the police ready to look the other way. This is going to be a warehouse rave, Todd, and I do need you to put a diaper on because it will be 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. You are required to be inside for all 24 hours. Here's the thing, right? We are going to pull in some other folks who are involved with the Birds of Prey. We've got a lot of connections in a lot of different places, and I'll tell you more about it soon, but what you need to know is there's going to be a lot of lights, a lot of music, a lot of sweaty bodies, not a lot of room to breathe, and not a single person of authority look in our direction trying to enforce any laws. Because again, the Birds of Prey are run by Barbara Gordon, the Oracle. Nobody can really come and check on what they're doing because it's the cops.
The setting definitely sounds like Buffy's The Bronze.
Yeah.
But like specifically the episode when everyone becomes a vampire in that alternate universe and it's just an industrial metal club forever.
I do have a question, and that is, once you're at warehouse party, does the warehouse you're in matter? Because you said, imagine the warehouses we have access to.
That's a good question.
And I feel like a warehouse is a warehouse is a warehouse.
I think that's true, but the best warehouse parties are the ones that
abandoned,
are the farthest away from any sort of humanity. And so we're going into areas that most people don't even know exist to go to this warehouse. And we are going to buy the warehouse with the nicest bathroom because even warehouse raves do need bathrooms. And we will find the best bathroom in all of the abandoned warehouses.
So does Todd need a diaper or not?
No.
I feel like
no. I mean, you still need a diaper, but that's not just for bathroom.
That's not for bath.
Yeah.
That's
they
just want Todd in a diaper.
Well, I was gonna say it's more of a you don't let
That's not for bathroom.
If you own Barbara Gordon, presumably has purchased this warehouse.
And a diaper
Much like
for
if you,
Todd.
Much like if you're throwing a party, like because you own your house or you rent your house, you can use the bathrooms. You don't always let
But the guests
randos use your bathrooms.
Sure, yeah. That's a really good point, Todd.
I feel like furthest away from humanity and best bathroom are contradictory statements.
No,
As
because
well.
best
Literally
is
opened
relative.
this up with you have no idea of what kind of warehouses we have access to, Kyle.
Fair
so
enough.
You're really limiting yourself.
Fair
It's
enough.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just got to think a little bigger.
I know that Andrew said the Buffy comparison. I immediately started thinking of, was it Batman and Robin with Poison Ivy when they show up to like an abandoned building that just has neon spray paint all over, and Poison Ivy's like, I'm gonna take over this now. Bane, kill them.
It is actually that exact warehouse, Todd.
Yes, that is it.
The only warehouse in Gotham City.
I envisioned the one at the beginning of Blade, so we
I think
perfect.
that's the right answer. Yeah.
Really, it's any industrial metal rave and or UK warehouse rave. If you watched UK Skins, you know what I'm talking about.
Imagine the set of a Nine Inch Nails music video, and you've got the right idea.
Yeah.
My specific reference is actually Weird Sudbury from Shoresy, but I know that's just a me thing. Anyway,
That might be for you.
we're doing a warehouse rave. Good luck.
That's
Sick.
I feel like that's what they tell you when you go inside.
Yeah, when they hand you your diaper.
Here's your diaper. Good luck. Okay, warehouse rave. That seems on par with what you kind of let in with. Andrew, what is this type of party, and is there any reason for this party?
Todd, I have such good news for you. First of all, you nailed it. You nailed it in one. Craig inherited his parents' pontoon boat years ago.
You said Great Lakes, and I assumed pontoon boat.
Of course. So yeah, we're taking the pontoon boat out on the lake. We're gonna get trashed in the middle of the day under the hot sun, and then once the sun starts going down, back to the timeshare lakeshore property for a bonfire, evening cornhole tournament, maybe some mountain pies, and just a good hang, really.
You guys have described two different nightmare scenarios for me.
Wait,
you know what I love? Baking in the sun on an inescapable boat all day.
Yeah. Well, the difference is you get real trash, so you don't realize how sunburnt you are until later.
And Kyle, you also have a diaper on in Andrews too.
Yeah, you have a diaper on.
Yeah. Diapers established canon.
The like why behind this is going back to Squirrel Girl, everyone's favorite omnipotent superhero, Doreen Green, aka Squirrel Girl. She's back from summer break from her main gig at Marvel Rivals because, as we all know, Marvel Rivals
It's a
job.
It's
a union job. It's a union job. It's a union gig. So she's on the off season. She's coming up to the lake to hang with her buds. So Craig says, well, I'm going to pack up the boat and drive it up the 2 to 3 hours up to the lake house and get the band back together. And also as part of her gig with Marvel Rivals, obviously Squirrel Girl has a lot of sponsorship deals. One of them is an active sponsorship with Long Drink. So she's just got tons of cases of this stuff. So she's bringing up the pickup truck. It's full of Long Drink, and we're just going to get shitty on the lake, guys. Like, that's it.
This is a Kid Rock song. That's what this is.
No, well, Matt, it's not a Kid Rock song because at the end of the evening, we're going to pop over to see the Foreigner concert at the local watering hole.
We're in Detroit. We're doing things on a boat.
We're leaving Detroit, going to the lake.
There is what Andrew didn't say.
Detroit is on the lake,
band.
man.
We're going to the lake.
There's an Eagles cover band at the local Moose Lodge we're going to go to when we're all
exactly.
done.
There's one bar, there's one dive bar, and Foreigner plays there every third Wednesday.
God, I can't wait to be sunburnt and dehydrated. That's great. I do love that Kyle called out the nightmare because I'm like, what? This sounds great. Oh, the baking in the sun. Yeah, that would be.
And you can't leave. You're on a boat in the middle of the lake.
It's a hydro
Much
prison.
like the warehouse party, you can't leave.
Yeah,
but for
that's
a
why
different
you get a diaper.
reason.
They refer to pontoon boats as the warehouse parties of the Midwest. Yes, I get it.
Kyle, does it help at all if I tell you you can jump into the lake and pee in the lake? Does that help?
Oh, I assumed we're peeing in the lake.
But you have to give me eye contact the whole time.
That's weird. I hate that.
I've been on a boat.
That's my
Andrew.
nightmare.
I assumed we're peeing in the lake.
Yeah.
It's the roasting in the sun and I'm trapped there part that makes me upset.
Get good.
Good.
Whoa.
Speaking about getting good, Kyle, what type of party are we throwing at the Xavier's? Oh, I got to get the acronym. Xavier's School for Gifted Youths.
Youngsters is important, Todd.
Sorry. Youngsters makes me seem like I'm more in touch with them.
Right.
What type of party they throw and what's the reason for that party?
Todd, like I said, it's a house party. Show up and hang out in the house. But this house happens to be a big mansion and school and technological hub in
Battle
upstate New York.
simulator.
Battle simulator. we've got
Palantir eyeball.
got a well-groomed
a Palantir eyeball.
got a well-groomed lawn to hang out on. There's a basketball court. I remember that. There's a jet. It's the mansion. It's Xavier's mansion. We're having a house party there. And Todd, I do want to push back on the idea that you need a reason for a party. You can just have a party, especially if it's a house party. Just, it's
The whole song about it.
Yeah.
there's a whole song
There's
about
a
it.
couple of songs about it,
The
actually.
week's over and you got to blow off some steam. We're just have a house party. But
Cyclops and Jean Grey are out for the week. They're traveling for the weekend, so mom and dad are gone. Let's have a party.
But if we must have a reason, we could celebrate anything from the recent graduation of Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters senior class, welcoming a new member of the X-Men to the team, christening a new X-Jet after having to replace it from the most recent mission, or that Jean Grey is back in from the dead or from outer space or another dimension or a mind prison or something.
She's no longer the Phoenix. She might be the Phoenix.
Yeah,
Who knows?
it's the X-Men.
Yeah.
We got wait 15 minutes and a reason to celebrate something will appear. So that's what we're doing.
I love the concept of, oh shit, we need a reason to party this weekend. What's the latest catastrophe that's taken place? Catastrophe or miracle?
Yeah.
Either or.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah. I realized I didn't even give you a reason because we just wanted to have a party. Barbara Gordon decided there'd be a party, and that's what we're doing. So I want to support the X-Men in their decision to have a house party. They don't need a reason. It's their right.
I mean, I guess it's
You
fair.
got to fight
Like,
for your right to party.
the whole point of this is it's a summer party. The reason is the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The season is the reason.
Well, yes, I was going to say that
It's my favorite Good Charlotte song.
Fuck, man.
the Christians took that from us for Christmas. It actually was originally talking about summer parties.
It was.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've kind of painted this good picture about what we're doing. We've got warehouse parties, we've got boat parties, we got house parties, kind of the trifecta, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, if you will, of summer parties.
Yeah.
So why specifically is the party that you're talking about the party to go to this year? What is it? Why is this the one that we got to make sure we are at?
Yeah, Todd, the thing about the Birds of Prey is that while it does boil down mostly to Black Canary and the Oracle, there is sort of a rotating cast of people who are in or out of the Birds of Prey at any time. And I tell you, sometimes it pays to have cool, dangerous friends. And we've got plenty of cool, dangerous friends. People like Blue Beetle and Nightwing, Ted Kord, and Dick Grayson, they're hanging out with us a lot, which is great because they're loaded. They've got literally infinite money, and they're going to, support a ton of our parties, which is great. But we also hang out with some people that you might not typically associate with at other hero group parties, like Selena Kyle, Catwoman. You've already talked about her a little bit. Poison Ivy is sometimes a part of the Birds of Prey. We've got Kate Spencer, better known as Manhunter, who's basically like, what if a teenage girl was the Punisher? We've also got
Manhunter is rad.
Jeez.
a character named Black Alice, Lori Zeklin, and Judo Master, not the weird little loser from the Peacemaker show, a different Judo Master called Sonia Sato, who is also terrifying, but is incredibly strong and powerful and an attractive woman. And boy, when there are a lot of those at a warehouse party, it makes for a warehouse party. And that is what we're doing. There's really only so much I can tell you about it. At a specific point, when you are hanging out with this group of people, you can't really talk about it outside. And Barbara Gordon's going to make sure that nobody is talking about it outside because she does control all of the knowledge that comes in and out of the warehouse, as she does own the warehouse. So, just like Fight Club, you don't talk about it, but it's going to be awesome. Those are some of the people that are going to be there, and the kind of party they're bringing. It's going to be great.
The designer drugs are what he's not mentioning, Todd. It's the designer drugs. The reason
It's
warehouse
just next
parties
level
exist.
shit.
Yeah.
Legally, I am not allowed to say
Yeah.
that. So what I am saying is that we can't talk about it, and it's going to be a great time. And you might remember it.
I want to say it now because I'll forget if I don't say it now. Normally, I feel like on this show saying, well, I can't tell you because that would give it away, is kind of a cop-out of an answer. But I feel like you've painted such a specific picture of an answer that you're allowed to say, hey, I can only tell you so much.
It's reasonable to accept that Matt had to sign an NDA to
well, it's not even
go
an
to
NDA.
this diaper warehouse
someone
party.
planted one of those Suicide Squad things in the back of his head that if he talks about the designer drugs, his head just pops.
That is true.
What you've described is a group of, you've got like definite heroes, morally gray heroes, and straight up anti-heroes. All three groups of whom are all really good at breaking the law when they need to or want to.
Yeah.
Exactly. And honestly, like
specifically Barbara Gordon, I assume.
Outside of the bit, I'm glad that came across because really, I mean, I read a couple Birds of Prey books today and just was like reading about the Birds of Prey. That's really their thing. They're like, hey, what if we just didn't care about breaking laws for a little while and still called ourselves superheroes? Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
But it's that thing where you have someone who is breaking the law, but is also very, very intimately aware of the law and loopholes of the law and how to get around things and not get caught easily.
I mean, Barbara Gordon being the daughter of Commissioner Gordon feels relevant.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So, if somebody's going to throw a warehouse party, you probably want it to be them.
That's fair.
Yeah, I get it. That's good reason why this would be the party. Andrew, why is this Midwest dream the party of the year?
So, every afternoon, every pontoon boat on the lake, it kind of is made up of generally the same crew where you've got a couple college friends, maybe like a neighbor, your buddies, sister-in-law and her new boyfriend that you've never met, and you're like, this guy is like, I don't really love these vibes, right? Like Kyle's explanation of a prison on water in a lot of cases is pretty astute. And that's why the pontoon boat, that's really like, that's a time just to get shitty with friends, right? Like that is an intimate experience, and your high school friends weird boyfriend who she's been only together with for 2 months. But once we dock back at Lakeside, that's it. That's the real party. That's the real party. So we haven't talked a lot about Ashley Crawford. Again, that's her alias is Big Bertha. Her whole thing is she's a working supermodel, a very prolific supermodel, and her mutant power is to make herself really big, and then she loses her really big form by vomiting a bunch.
Oh, that's
hell
boy.
Yeah,
the 80s were a time that
we
went through culturally.
Yeah, but the little bit of lore we get about Ashley Crawford, who later changed her name legally to Bertha, is that she's very prolific and well connected. And I like to think that when we bring the pontoon boat back, all Ashley needs to do is fire out a couple of texts, and you've got the who's who of Hollywood in the modeling world, in the actor world, in the music world that are just like a hop, skip, jump away. Fortunately, her friend Doorman is a literal portal to anywhere. So once we hit a certain hour, you've got celebrities, you've got musicians just emerging from Doorman's chest cavity, all with cases of beer.
Andrew, I'm glad you
ready to hang out.
I'm glad you closed the biggest plot hole in your story here. Getting Hollywood celebrities to a lake in Detroit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so again, the rest of the crew, we've got Flatman, who is, Team Who Mr. Fantastic. He does this thing where he ties himself real taut outside the back, overlooking the lake, and people can kind of like hop into him and like launch themselves into the lake like a blob, like those blobs that you get at summer camp. He loves doing that when he drinks.
The blob from Heavyweights. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the Blob, the X-Men villain.
Not the Blob, not the Blob, the person. You can usually find Squirrel Girl hanging out by the fire, regaling people of her exploits, defeating Doctor Doom, befriending Galactus, and of course her brief affair with Wolverine. Just the well-traveled person she is. Mr. Immortal, meanwhile, He's there. I'll be honest. He's kind of a wet blanket. He's usually going to be grilling. He can grill a mean rack of ribs, but he usually drinks a little too much and then starts to challenge people and try and kill him in increasingly violent ways.
Sure.
It is weird when someone just kind of runs up to you and is like, try to drown me. I bet you can't. It's usually a vibe killer. And like people sometimes go along with it. And then he starts talking about his quote unquote friend Death Urge, who appeared at a very young age and appeared as his invisible friend or imaginary friend. And has explained that over the course of his life has systematically caused and led to the premature deaths of his closest friends and family, so that Mr. Immortal may evolve to realize his true potential as Homo Supreme. Because yes, this is all canon. Mr. Immortal was created as an evolved sentient race called Homo Supreme.
Great.
That was intended to evolve past mortality.
Wow.
Homo Supreme is a incredible drag performer name.
Yeah.
If it isn't
Yeah,
already
it
really
released
is.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's really good. So yeah, the Great Lakes Avengers have some supremely dark baggage.
Yeah, I'm glad that what's his name, Mr. Immortal, aka the Homo Supreme genealogy, decided
Whose
to
name
end up
is
in
Craig.
whose name is Craig. Yeah, chose to stick with Craig first off.
Yep.
And decided to end up in, let me check the notes here, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
You know, like not a terrible choice, but he's like, this is where I live forever.
MKE, the place for me.
I mean, it's a city.
Hey, I think it takes an incredible amount of like emotional intelligence to recognize you are in the exact right sized city to thrive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be a big. He doesn't want to be a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah, he is the right sized fish in the right sized pond.
You figure. Look, if you're looking at a map, New York's covered. We got it.
Yeah.
New York's good. L.A. Hawkeye's up there, but we got all this space in the middle. And where better to set your operations than Middle America?
I really like that when looking at like other cities that need a superhero team,
Yeah.
that they skipped right over like Chicago. And
Yeah.
Well, Chicago's close enough. Like that's the thing, right? Like if
could
you
drive
need to
there.
get out there, yeah, you can drive there. It's a couple hours.
A kaiju's attacking Chicago. Let's take a 4-hour road trip
Yeah.
to Chicago. Stop it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Guys, get in the SUV. It's time to go.
Yeah, or we can probably, if we need to, emerge through Doorman's chest cavity and arrive in
Everybody
Chicago.
pee now. We're not stopping until we get there.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do one stop at Sheetz, but gotta make it quick.
Yeah.
The imagery of Flatman and how he is just always flat, like it's the
Yeah.
flat Stanley of the Avengers, is. I like the design. It's also tough to look at. This guy's gotta be rough to be around.
The info on some of these guys is so abysmally short.
Oh yeah.
Like Flatman doesn't have a last name. It's just Matt.
That's
I mean,
tough.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, Kyle, house party. Why is this house party the party of the year? Why is it the one we need to get to?
So, Todd, remember in high school when you got invited to that rich kid's house who you didn't like, you knew they were rich, but you didn't know what that meant until you got invited to their house because like they invited everyone in the class and you show up and you're like, oh, they're like capital R rich.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's this party, except it's 15 of them and they're also all like the hottest people you've ever seen.
I have seen X-Men 97. You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god, yeah.
All your favorite mutants are there, and they are all adding to the party in the way only they can. They are bringing that special element to the party that they are particularly good at. So you've got Wolverine there holding down the boomer vibes, running the grill with the patience and skill you only get from 300 years of experience grilling things. You've got Iceman serving up drinks that taste great and stay cold all day, no matter how long you're holding it. You got a crisp, cold drink in your hand the entire party. You've got Beast curating the perfect playlist. Jubilee's got a killer fireworks show planned after the sun goes down. Storm's there, keeping everything 75
Storms there
sunny,
also.
75 sunny
one.
with
Yeah.
with a light breeze. Cyclops is on management duty, making sure everyone's at their stations.
He's
Things are
refilling the
hazy. He's refilling the chips.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do want to double back on Beast in the playlist. Get me there.
Yeah.
He's in the lab all day. He's in the lab.
Okay.
So it's an easy
Wait,
swap
sure, time out.
from computers to a
Yeah,
DJ
sure,
table.
man.
I
Yeah.
love the answer that Beast is in the lab all day because he is, and also, what if he's just making the sweetest playlist you've ever seen?
Making the best.
He's in the Beats lab all day.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah.
he's working on some sick beats for this party all day.
Yeah.
And Todd, I mentioned before, you've got every party's got that extra like indescribable quality that puts it over the top, and we've got that
Because
on lock.
they're all being mind controlled to be having fun.
We've got that on lock because Professor X is down in Cerebro,
Yeah, sure.
making
There
sure
it is.
everyone at the party is just having the best time. The endorphins are flowing. Any bad thought that comes in just goes right out, and you're back to party mode. He's
Hell yeah.
he's curating
Yeah.
the vibe in the best possible way.
Nothing says a good safe hang than being mentally drugged
Yeah.
to be tricked into having fun.
I know I didn't say out loud that we have designer drugs, but the thing Kyle's saying out loud that they have seems worse than designer drugs.
It's super worse.
It's not.
we got long drink.
You're not. You're,
That's it, man.
The Finnish long drink?
Yeah, the Finnish long drink. You can get it at most Kroger.
Yeah. What I love most about this is that the analogy of Professor X is like, oh, this would normally be the person like passing out low dose edibles.
yeah.
No, he's in Cerebro. He's in Cerebro.
Yeah,
Tickling
high
your
dose
brain.
psychotropics.
Yeah.
He's doing low dose Cerebro stuff. He's
Sure.
just
Loki Cerebro is such an idiom.
Microdosing Cerebro.
It's the white noise of Cerebro. He's just trying to take the edge off.
yeah, exactly. You get it, Todd.
I
You're
love
there
that.
with me.
These are three very different, very exciting concepts of parties, and I'm excited to have to choose one of them. And we will when we get back from the break. But before we cut to break, oh shoot, classic party foul, right? Every party has something that goes wrong, some piece of drama, some major issue. What is that major issue that's going to take place at the party? And how will it be resolved to make sure that we all get out of there safely? And I'll take that answer when we get back from the break. And we're back. Reminder of the question: what is that party drama, the party foul, the big issue that happens at your major party? What happens, and how are we going to get that resolved? We'll go ahead and start with Matt.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like I said, there are a lot of people that come in and come out of the Birds of Prey, and not all of them really match the vibe. Not because they're like too bad or too evil, but some people are narcs, and nobody likes a narc. Now, there's this one member of the Birds of Prey from one of their big book series. Her name is Starling, and she's with the group for a while until, oh no, turns out she was a spy for Mr. Freeze the whole time. And that same thing has happened here tonight.
Mr.
See,
Freeze?
Mr.
Does he
Freeze, I
have
know.
spies?
All the people to spy
Like-
for?
What's his?
I
He's
know.
a one note. What's his ulterior motive?
So here's the thing, is that, again, we hang out with some different people, and we, the Birds of Prey, of whom I'm speaking as a representative of here today, invited a person named Strix to join. Now, Strix was actually part of the Court of Owls for a while, but that's not a terrible thing to us, the Birds of Prey, and apparently Mr. Freeze really not happy with that. Mr. Freeze just really upset that the Birds of Prey are getting together with the Court of Owls. I don't really know why I didn't read the whole series. Long story short, we got a warehouse party going on. Starling narked on our location. Mr. Freeze is showing up. And I tell you what kills a warehouse party real fast: cold showers. Nobody wants a cold shower when you're hot and sweaty in a diaper in a warehouse doing things I'm not allowed to talk about because of an NDA that I signed. But no worries. We're just going to kick his ass. It's just Mr. Freeze. It's literally just Mr. Freeze. We're just going to kick his ass real quick, and then we'll clear it out. All the stuff, all the smoke from Mr. Freeze's freeze guns, because I'm sure it'll make it really muggy and awful in there. And then somebody will start playing Nelly's It's Getting Hot in Here, so take off all your clothes, and we're going to do more stuff that I can't legally talk about. But it's just Mr. Freeze, so don't worry about it. It won't take very long.
Do you guys also... Do you also only think of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze?
I was just
1,000%.
I was just
1,000%.
gonna say you guys are gonna beat up Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze.
I only think about Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze so much so that I was this whole time just thinking about what happens when the Mr. Freeze spy gets caught and then Mr. Freeze calls them and says, "I'm freezing all your assets."
Yeah, or
that's good.
you all need to chill out. Is what he says when he shows up, I assume.
Putting you in the cooler.
You've been iced. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, if Mr. Freeze walked into a party, pulled out a pack of Smirnoffs and said, "You've been iced," I would be really into it. I'd be super happy.
everyone would be like, "Hell yeah!" Yeah.
I'm realizing, like, obviously we're in this era of famous people playing superheroes, but I can at least think of like other source material of other heroes and villains. Mr. Freeze is just going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger forever to me.
I think so.
Yeah. I think he was in the Batman Forever cartoon for a while. But I
Yeah, oh, yeah.
don't know.
The Mr. Freeze in the Batman cartoon was so good and so compelling.
Yeah.
And it still got superseded by the shitty Batman and
Yeah.
Robin version.
He was
Yes.
like a well-educated doctor man.
Like easily one of the best characters from that. And the Arkham Asylum Mr. Freeze is really good too. Arkham City or Arkham Asylum, I can't remember.
I just feel good that everyone else also agreed that.
but
it's
it's
Arnold
Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger's. But it has to be. It has to be.
The only thing I want to add to this conversation is that I want a Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze movie made in 2027 with with some
Sure.
kind of abolish ice pun in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's
pretty good.
That's all I want.
I get that.
I mean, Kyle, in a post Mandalorian and Grogu world,
Anything is possible.
I don't think that's impossible.
You can't say it's a post Mandalorian Grogu world. We are currently in the theatrical run. We are in their
No,
world.
there was before it released in theaters and
Yes.
and now, which is
This is the year
after.
Anno Domini, meaning Domini, of course, meaning Mandalorian and Grogu.
I think actually that it's in a post the Flash world where we got
Yes.
three
It is.
actors brought back from the dead
Oh,
via
yeah.
CGI.
God, I can't do that anymore. Andrew, what is the drama? What is the issue? What is the resolution of your party?
So, you know how like every group has that one person that just wants to be in so bad, but they just really crash the vibe every time?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the Great Lakes Avengers, that's Jean Loren, aka Leather Boy.
Leather Boy.
Say more.
Yep.
about
We weren't supposed to let him out of the warehouse.
Yeah,
I'm gonna click on this link.
Here he is, diaper and all. So Leather Boy was originally refused from joining the group on the count of he actually doesn't have powers. He's just, a guy who likes BDSM and dresses in leather.
Are you
This is
serious?
all- Time out
This
real
is
quick.
all 100% canon, not embellished.
Legitimately, the first quote
upset.
in his like Wikipedia page. Jean Loren is a BDSM obsessed individual who
Boom.
answered an ad left in the paper by Mr. Immortal to join
Yep.
his team.
Lord.
And he said, you can't join because you had no powers. But Leather Boy was really shunned and taken off the group chat after he killed Squirrel Girl's oldest friend, Monkey Joe. Monkey Joe, of course, being a squirrel.
Monkey Joe sounds like someone Joe Biden tells childhood stories about on the campaign
Yeah.
trail.
Yeah, Monkey Joe was the other lifeguard with Corn Pop. So yeah,
Needless to say, Leather Boy shows up and it's a time.
I don't like that you brought Leather Boy to this conversation.
I don't like that I had to read about Leather Boy this morning, Kyle, but
well, you're really not
here
going
we
to
are.
like that. I'm going to post his picture in the notes, which you patrons can get access to for $10 a month.
Why would you do
Patrons,
this?
I don't want to talk you out of giving us your money, but also Leather Boy looks exactly what you think Leather Boy looks like.
Nothing left to the
let's have
imagination.
two images just for comparison.
Thank you.
Good.
This guy shows up to the Great Lakes Avengers headquarters like, "What's up? I'm a hero."
I can't stress enough how something the Great Lakes Avengers is. It's certainly something.
I'll wait. I'll save it for the end of the show.
Well,
to state my piece on the Great Lakes Avengers.
My thought, real quick. Hawkeye set this team up. At what point do you think he came back?
Kinda.
Well, but like
Hawkeye was alerted to. So the canon is Hawkeye was alerted to this group that was calling themselves the Avengers.
Gotcha.
And said, Mockingbird, we're flying to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
We gotta get up to Milwaukee and deal with it. So they said, if you're gonna use our name, we'll train you.
You have to pay a licensing fee.
Also, you gotta pay a royalty fee.
But here's my take. So original 5 that you talked about start the Great Lakes Avengers, and Hawkeye and Mockingbird are like, you know what? Good enough. You guys are good. We'll be back once a quarter to check in on things.
Yeah, to get our
show
royalty.
up and see Leather Boy sitting on a couch.
Yeah. Well, and then canonically, there's been a lot of legal battles between them and the Avengers proper.
Sure.
So they for a while couldn't legally call themselves the Avengers, and they were calling themselves the Great Lakes Champions.
Great. You got to put a Z on the end. We learned that in Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm. And then they got New 52, yada, yada, yada. They're back to being the Great Lakes Avengers.
Great.
No, New 52 is a DC thing. Damn it.
They got all new, all the same.
all
whatever
new, all
Marvels.
different.
Yeah,
all new, all differented.
Yeah.
I hate Leather Boy. I'll come out
Me
and say
too.
that.
Me too.
But glad we got that handled. Question mark?
I don't like that Leather Boy is clearly 42 years old. That's what I don't like. About Leather
He
Boy.
graduated high school with Craig, so
Yeah, Leather Boy didn't he didn't have like the Bucky of it all, of like a kid sidekick that then like turned into something.
that's worse, Todd. That's the worst thing that you just
what
said.
I'm saying is that
that's bad. Put your diaper back on.
Todd is saying he at the age of 45 chose the name Leather Boy. It's not a moniker that he's been saddled with his whole life.
Oh,
Right,
sure.
and he
sure,
It's
sure.
still
and
bad.
he also has
It's not
presumably
better.
lived like this for a good long time, and they've been like, I'm good with this. I think this is who I
This
want
is
to
it.
be.
Does spelling it BOI change anything?
No, it doesn't.
How would it
Okay.
be better if it was spelled B-O?
I don't know.
It is
How-
different. It's not better or worse.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
Okay. I think that's fair. That's my answer. Yay.
Before I read any of the context on Leather Boy, initially I thought it was, he's going to have leathery skin. Like he's got some mutation.
that would be
Nope. It's not that.
Nope. It's just a guy who is into leather.
Interestingly enough, all of the Great Lakes Avengers, the actual Great Lakes Avengers, were later, I don't even know retconned, but like labeled to be actual mutants.
Sure.
Okay, I
Sure.
can see that
That's-
with who
yeah.
it is.
I'm
Like,
honestly
okay.
surprised that they were mutants and not Inhumans, because
It's-
those sound like a bunch of losers who got swept
I
up
know
into
they
Inhumans
could
madness.
have been, and I think had they been written 10 years later, they absolutely
Yeah.
would have.
Terrigen
Oh,
Mist
yeah.
would have
Yeah.
collected over the Great Lakes.
But they were basically written and abandoned years before the Inhumans were a glint in insert writer here's I.
I don't want to talk about Leather Boy anymore. Kyle, what is the
Sure.
what is the issue that happens at your house party? How does it get resolved?
Todd, it's an X-Men party. Everyone's favorite
There's gonna be beef.
everyone's favorite power thruple is having another argument. Scott, Logan, and Jean are at it again, and
At it
it's
again.
making it real awkward for everyone else there. But Todd, I will tell you, it gets pretty easily solved by Jean making Scott and Logan go inside and kiss. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do. They go inside, they kiss, and they come back out, and the party's back on.
That's fair. I'm honestly, I don't know why they even have fights anymore, because that could just so quickly solve it every time.
Todd, they forget so quickly that all they want to do is kiss and need that reminder. But once they do, they're fine again, and then immediately forget that's what the problem was and how it was solved.
I love that after the third time this is implemented, they're actually fighting so that Jean makes them kiss, but
Yeah.
that Jean's
Yeah.
not really making them kiss.
Then it's part of the game. Then
Yeah,
then they're all in on it.
referring to making Scott Summers and Wolverine kiss as part of the game is maybe the best thing we've done in this podcast.
Pretty good.
It's better than Leather Boy.
It is better than Leather Boy,
Leather Boy.
objectively. Yeah.
Arguably one of the lowest points of this podcast, Leather Boy.
I feel like I've said way worse.
Yeah, Leather Boy's square.
Like a 4 out of 10.
I think
Yeah.
okay, Leather Boy is so tough to deal with here because the things you said that are worse have had long lead ups to them being bad.
Let me
kinda,
revise that.
slammed open the door and you're like, and here's Leather Boy.
Let me revise that. I
He's on
actually
your
take
couch.
offense.
No. His body on your couch. His chaps assless.
Yeah. Fine. I take offense to Leather Boy being the worst thing that I've brought because I put no effort. I didn't make up Leather Boy. I put no effort. I literally just put in the wiki. I've put in a lot of effort to bring cursed things to this podcast.
It's fair. That is fair.
It's fair because you didn't start with Leather Boy and work backwards.
Yeah, no,
which
that
is
was
arguably the worst way you should work on Leather Boy.
That was
really.
the cherry gag on top of the ice cream leather sundae.
Andrew, unfortunately, I think this is the easiest song you wrote becomes your biggest hit and you hate it thing. Like you
That sucks, yeah.
You channeled
This is my
Leather
sweater
Boy.
song?
Yeah.
All right, you have told me about 3, honestly, like, depending on my time of life, 3 parties I would absolutely go to. 3 issues that are resolved in various amounts of uncomfortable decisions. But now I need a closing argument before I make a decision of what party we're going to this year. Go ahead, pitch me your closing argument on why we are going to this party.
Yeah, Todd, I'm going to do something a little different than our typical closing arguments. Instead of a statement, I actually have a couple of questions for you.
Cute.
How many pontoon boat parties have you been to?
It's not
The
zero,
answer is
Matt.
infinity.
I am going to tell you it's not 0.
How many house parties have you been to?
Also not 0.
How many warehouse parties run by a bunch of strong, intimidating, incredibly attractive women, one of whom is the daughter of the police commissioner, hosted by, I don't remember how that sentence started. How many big, crazy warehouse parties have you been to, Todd?
That number is 0.
I don't like the framing of that question because you got
Reductive
reductive version of mine and Andrew's
Yeah.
big
What
big explanation.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
That's the rule.
What's the rule?
That's the goal.
That's the goal now.
I'm just saying, Todd, some opportunities only come around once in a lifetime. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to say yes.
Good point.
Todd, I'm gonna, instead of doing my normal closing statement, I'm gonna change it up a little bit and ask you a couple questions.
Good.
One,
Good. Go ahead.
Todd, how many times have you been intimidated by strong, attractive women?
That answer is not 0.
Yeah, exactly. And how many times have you been totally chill and comfortable on a pontoon boat?
Oh, so many.
Todd, the siren song of the lake, she calls to you. All she wants to do is say, hey, hang over here. We got Pitbull on the radio. We got long drink in the cooler. It's not cold, but it's not warm. Wear a hat, put on some SPF 30, and just hang with your buds.
Whatever temperature you want it to be, it's about that. It's close.
Yeah. It's not warm. And you could pee in the lake.
Can't pee in the lake.
Todd, I want to invite you to a party, one, that you can leave at any time. You don't have to wear a diaper. You don't have to see Leather Boy. The drinks are cold. And the worst thing that's going to happen to you is a telepath is going to make you feel a little warm and fuzzy inside. That's it.
We've been doing this podcast for a long time. Usually we get to closing arguments. I'm like, well, I know I'm not picking one of these. And those are 3 good closing arguments. And I got to think about this now. While I do that and I decide what party it is we are going to, because let me be clear, we're all going to this party. Why don't you guys go ahead and do some good vibes?
Yeah, man, Andrew, pontoon boat party's such a good call. Like, if you want to get me out of the house on a hot day in the summer, there aren't a lot of options, but pontoon boat's one of them. Pontoon boat's going to get me just damn near every time. I don't love that it's in Detroit. I got to tell you that. Pontoon boat off the coast of Detroit, little tough. Probably still not going to say no. Also, Great Lake Avengers, great pool. That is very funny and also so dumb and stupid, and I'm glad that you have introduced
man.
us to Flatman. I'm not glad that you introduced us to Leather Boy, but I'm glad we talked
That's
about the Great Lakes Avengers. Kyle, house party at the X Mansion. That's like what Aaron Carter wrote that song about that one time. It's like the best possible house party to go to is the one at the X Mansion, and they're gonna call it Project X, and it's gonna be awesome. I like that a lot. It's good. I do
Somewhere Elon Musk's ears just perked.
Yeah.
The one thing that I did think earlier is like my bit was describing a party where you want to have sex with everyone there. And I feel like a house party at the X Mansion is like you're at a party and maybe everyone wants to have sex with you. And that's scary to me. That's like less intimidating than my thing. But I do really love a house party at the X Mansion. It's a great answer.
Matt and Kyle, you both have painted very different but also similar pictures of a very intense situation where, one, my legs will be crossed the whole time. Two, there will be a lot of anonymous sex and crying.
Yeah.
Probably both at the same time.
It's a distinct
It's
possibility.
kind of an Oreo sandwich of one and
Again-
the other than back to the first.
Crying for different reasons, but crying nonetheless.
Yeah.
Matt, I would do anything to go to the scary warehouse party. That sounds amazing.
Me too,
And
man.
horrible and
Yeah.
horrifying. I think it's one of those situations that would be the best worst time of my life. Kyle, I too would love to go to the X-Men house party. That sounds amazing. It would also be, again, for very different reasons, the best and worst time of my life. I think I would leave both with some kind of scar, and I would also probably be crying at both places. So I think, in short, you guys have both done a really good and equally different job of talking about what is possibly the most prolific summer party of the season.
Yeah. Matt, you did a good job of creating what I, in high school, before I went to any real parties, imagined what my first college party would be like. And that's great. Andrew, you've described what my least favorite relative's ideal party would be like.
Sure. It's fair.
And they're both like great parties that I don't want to go to anymore. And that's not a knock against you. It's just that I'm old now, and both of those sound overstimulating and dehydrating and a blast. And I'm tired. I'm already tired.
Yeah,
I'm so
absolutely.
tired.
Dude, to be so clear, if I was invited to a warehouse party at the age I am right now, I would just go to bed. Like I'm already up too late to be invited to such a thing.
It's the kind of thing where you have to plan a week in advance. And I'm like drinking an exorbitant amount of water. I'm like sleeping weird intervals so that I can like sleep during the day.
Yeah, yep.
And
You're
like, you know what I
adjusting
mean?
your sleep schedule ahead of time.
Yeah.
I bulk ordered Pedialyte.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just mainlining Pedialyte and Emergency.
I've come to a decision, and it's
Not lately.
not an easy one, which is really dumb. And I'm gonna answer it this way. So you've given me 3 different summer parties. We can only go to one because that's what we've said we're doing today. And
They're all on the same night at
all
the same time.
day.
Yeah.
They're all at the same day. So I'm gonna work this way. We're not gonna go to the house party at the X Mansion. I'm gonna tell you why. Kyle, you described the exact party that I wanted to go to 16 years ago. 16 years ago, I would have been there every Friday, every Saturday. It would have been perfect. There's something about going to a party in a place where academia kind of happens that I don't know if I can do in the
every
back
party
half of
after
my
Greek Week.
30s. Yeah. Which was great 16 years ago.
No, I get it. You'd much rather be like chained to a chair or dehydrated and trapped on a pontoon boat. I get it.
I feel like there's a non-zero chance I could have been chained to a chair in the party that you were talking about. So
That is true. Yeah, absolutely.
Andrew, we're not going on the boat.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because me at the age I am currently at, that is what I want to do. I do want to go on the boat, but here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever had a final closing argument sway me so much. and your discussions were exactly my thought process. Here's the deal. We know if we know this warehouse party is 3 weeks from now, I can prepare my body for it. I can start eating better, more vegetables, more like light carbs, lots of Pedialyte.
Do some stamina training.
Do some stamina training.
Wear a diaper. Get comfortable with the diaper.
So clear that in the real world, you could not catch me at this warehouse party, but in the premise of this setting. We all got to put on a brave face. We got to go to the warehouse party together.
Honestly, I think we all need this. I think the four of us need this like the world needs a wishbone.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will be putting Apple AirTags in each one of our pockets so we can track each other for safety.
Yeah.
But we all need this, and we all are going to start eating right. We're going to do some stretches, up the cardio.
Yeah.
And we're going to put on a brave face. We're going to do this together.
We treat our bodies like temples so that we may crumble those temples.
Start finding our party-appropriate clothing that can hide our adult diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm terrified. We'll never talk about it again.
We'll never talk about it.
No, absolutely not.
The quietest car ride home the day after.
Yep.
Well, with that, thank you all for listening in to Debate This. You can follow along with the arguments on Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon at Debate This Cast, or on our website at debatethiscast.com. If you want to support Debate This more, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/debatethiscast, where for the low price of $5 a month, you can get access to our monthly Patreon exclusive show, which just wrapped its season 2. Our Lord of the Rings rewatch show called Fellowship This, aka One Does Not Simply Record a Lord of the Rings podcast, They're in Pod Again, an unexpected recording. I feel like there's more colons every time we do this. Signing up for our Patreon will also give you access to our past Patreon shows like Deconstructed and The Office Drones, our D&D actual play podcast set in an office-like fantasy setting. Until next time, I'm Todd Thomas.
I'm Matt. It's not a party until somebody cries on the stairs. Cole?
I'm Andrew, Leather Boys of Summer Henderson.
And I'm Kyle. The danger room is whatever kind of warehouse party you want it to be, Harper.
And we're saying thanks for debating with us. And if you think we're wrong, you can come fight us behind the swing sets, nerds.